Hello, partners. Do not adjust your screens. It is Superdan dealing in the desert. Yes, it is. It's July 7th, 2025. We are on WSOP.com doing battle. We're trying to run up our initial bankroll of $200 into $500. We started off really good, but hey, you know, sometimes uh, you got to go down before you go up. I played some cash games last night. It was a rock and roll battle, roller coaster ride. But I ended up on the bottom end of it, and we are at. I'm going to bring it up here. We are at. Hold on. See, we took it on the chin pretty good last night. Uh, Down $107.53, which is down about $45 from our initial bankroll. Not a huge bankroll, granted, but it's what we're playing with. So, there you go. But today's a new day, right? Today is a new day. And we're going to do some cash today. We're going to play some cash games. Or a cash game, I should say. And we're going to play PLO8, which is Pot Limit Omaha 8 or better. Played like Pot Limit Omaha, except now you have two hands to work with. You're looking for a low hand when you need 3 cards, 8 or less, and you have 2 cards, 8 or less in your hands, and a high hand, which is of course the best hand. The ideal is to scoop. So you want to be scooping. We're gonna buy in for the max here because we're not scared. We don't play scared. So that's what we're gonna do, and see if we can get some of it back. Right? Get some of it back now. I like this game. It's an interesting game. Makes you think. Um, there's a lot to think about in PLO8 or better, for sure. Getting quartered is really the sucky danger of this game. Meaning you tie for either the high or the low, and you lose the other, and you lose either the high or the low. You only get a quarter of your chips back. So it really sucks. Like here, for example, look, he probably has a low, and now I'm gonna fight for him for half the pot. I'm not gonna do it. Now you may be thinking, oh, hey, you had pocket kings and you had a flush draw. But you're missing the point. I'm fighting him for half the pot, and you don't want to be stuck doing that. It's one thing you're going to learn if you start playing this game as a Hold'em player, is that it's not a good situation. On that one, I felt like I could just take it down, and I did. Two, 4, 4, 5. I think it's worthy seeing a flop. You would think this is garbage in Hold'em, but in PLO, this could be a big hand. Look at that. We flopped the nut low. We probably don't have the high right now, but we could if there's a 5 that comes up. If we can get a 5, let's see, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got a straight 2. We're gonna pot it. We're gonna go for it. I think we scoop. Oh, we don't. Okay, we quartered him. See, that was an example of me saying quartering, right? We quartered the guy. Look how much it cost him getting quartered. Let me look at that hand again, because that was kind of fast. See if we could bring up the board, bring up the window that I brought up. Is this it right here? Yeah. See, look at that. So we tie on the low, and then I got him on the high, and we quartered him. So there you go. There you go. Here, I'll turn it back now. Back to the action. There we go. All right. So we're already, just in a few hands, we are making a comeback. Or I should have said, don't call it a comeback. So how y'all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Of course, right now, as we speak, the main event of the World Series is going on. And I believe today is the day 2D, where all the D players come together and play. So this is interesting. I got a flush. It's not the best flush. I mean, I got a flush draw, excuse me. And then I got a low draw, which is not the best low draw. Missed the flush, got the low, but it's not a great low. Ace, deuce, ace, 4 kills me. So what do we do, right? I think it's worth seeing, just calling and seeing what he has. But I got a feeling it's probably not going to go well. Yeah. He's got it. Yeah, it was cheap. He made it cheap. Good bet by Reynard. Kept me in there when I knew I was more than likely beat. This is an interesting flop. We got a nut low draw. Some possible high stuff. So we'll see. That was not really the card I was looking for. Because now, if you see, our nut low is now duplicated, and he bets right out. I'm not very happy about that turn. So I'm trying to think of what to do here. And I think I'm just going to let it go. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go. Yeah. Although that 8 was an interesting card. Okay, now, I said you want to play hands that scoop, right? But there are exceptions. Like this hand, 10 jack, queen, king. You'd say, well, why would you want to play that? Because it's not going to have a low. Well, a lot of times these type of hands could make nuts on the high. Now, see, with that flop, this is no good. But you know what I'm saying? Like on PLO, regular PLO, this is a monster. But on PLO 8 or better, you need a specific flop. But I look for these hands as well to make a nut high. So it just so happens that flop didn't do me any favors. So ace 10 10 3, we're gonna play it because it could possibly scoop. As my boy Daniel Negreanu said, aces, you always want to make sure you have an ace when you play this game. We're not going anywhere, so I don't know why he's so aggressive. But we're not going anywhere. We got ace 3. Do I regret that? No. Okay. I think we made the right play. Ace 3, just quite not good enough with the pot size bet. we didn't have a backup low either, so sometimes that's important in your decision making in this game. See, like I told you, it's there's a lot to think about when you're playing this game. Okay, 10-5-4 deuce. We'll see a flop. They let us see one for cheap. We hit a pair. We are open-ended on the straight with the 2-5, so I don't think we're going to go anywhere yet. The jack certainly didn't help us. It helped him. But look, we're still open-ended here. Oh. You want to play cautious. And PLO8, you want to play cautious. You want to play for nuts. Because it could be really pricey if you don't. We do hit a low. It's a decent low. Our low would have held. Our low would have held. But we don't know that, right? If they had ace deuce, we're sunk. So, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Could have won half that pot with the low. Jack 3-9. We do have a jack. I think we're gonna bet it. It's a pretty dry board. There's 2 diamonds. Calls. What does he have? I think that ace just killed us. That ace killed us. Yeah. Oh, he had a set of queens. Okay. All right. All right. I thought the ace killed us, but he had a set of queens. Good hand. So our early $50 win is dwindling. Quickly dwindling. But we just got started. We just, you know, we just got started. Alright, 4-7 queen. We flop bottom 2 pair. Let's see. Not a bad turn. We do hit the flush draw. He doesn't like it. So we'll bet. Took it down. Took it down. Yeah, buddy. Alright, ace queen 7-4. We're going to play it. Once again, looking for hands I could possibly scoop. It's a wet board. No. 10 jack queen. We would have hit the straight if we kept at it, but so old hindsight's 20/20 again. It was the 2 hearts that kind of scared me on that flop. Okay, so we got a gut shot, nut straight draw. We have a bad low. He pots. I don't think we're going to continue. It's just too expensive. If that was an 8, we'd be in this. There it is. Damn. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. But we would have won half pot. But still. That's a bummer. Okay, we flopped 3 8s. That's pretty good, but we don't have a boat yet. We need to boat up. Trips is deceiving in PLO. As PLO players would know. Having 3 of a kind or a set or trips could send you home. You got to boat up. Yes, we're double suited, but we don't have a nut flush, and you know nothing's nutted. So we're just gonna play once again. You know, play cautious, play tranquilo. I like this one though. I like this one better than the last one actually, even though it's not double suited. Because once again, we can make that precious nut flush, right? I think I'm gonna see a turn here. Not a great turn. Right now we have nothing. He has nothing. I still have nothing. He takes it down with pocket trays. That's garbage. Of course, you know you can flop a 9 or even flop 2 9s and turn it into treasure, but not gonna do that. I think we'll make this video not too long. I mean, we'll play a little longer, but I don't want to force you guys to be watching me play cash for hours on end. But give you a taste. No, not going to play that either. And of course we flop the nut straight. Flop the nut straight. You know, that happens. It happens. But I'm telling you, through experience of playing this game, you want to err on the side of caution. You want to err on the side of tightness. Even though sometimes it's frustrating, like right now, that we flop, you know, the nuts. And it is what it is. It's a lot of times the nuts straight isn't the nuts on the river. So you got to keep that in mind. The real frustrating part is when you fold and you flop like quads or something, or you would have flopped quads. That's really frustrating. And there's a lot of action. That could happen too. We're gonna fold this bad boy. Wow. Look at that. Could my 8s be good? Nope. There it is. I knew it right on that bet that he had a 5. But look, they still chop it because Harry had the nut low. So something to be said about having a backup low, or Harry would be walking a green mile. So pretty decent starting hand. Ace 5, 3, 5, 7 double suited, but that flop kills it. Flop killed it. The turn would have gave us a nut flush draw, which is always nice. But the board is paired. We would have missed it. There's the 9 right there. Ray should have known better than that. So just like Hold'em, second best hands, third best hands, fourth best hands can really be expensive, just like in Hold'em. So you want to read the situation and be cautious. King, King, Jack, Deuce. It's worth a cheap flop. Sometimes you could get something really nice, even though this isn't a great hand. Um, if that was a king, that would have been a great hand, right? But this is bluffable. Like when you see the pockets flop, sometimes you could just have somebody just fold it, and they just say, "Let's go on to the next hand," right? Because if you don't have it, you don't have it. And more often than not, they're not going to have that paired card. It's a little trick to make a bluff in this game. So once again, we would have made a nut straight here. No flush draws, but a nut straight. Would it be good? Would the nut straight be good here? Nope. We would have got killed. See? That would have been expensive. If we played that hand, that would have been very pricey. So it's a good thing we didn't. That's an example of being cautious working for you. Wow, okay. We got some action here. Wow. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Wow. Wow, Ray just won a massive pot. Wow. Board paired. Harry had a nut flush. Wow. That was crazy. That was crazy. Wow. Took that one down. I didn't believe him. I just happened to be right. Okay, ace 10 7 deuce. It's worthy to play because we got an ace 10 and we got an ace deuce. 7 deuce is suited, but it's not anything to write home about. And the flop, not great. Yes, we did flop 2 pair, but it's a trap 2 pair. But we're going to play position here, and it worked out. So. So I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm calling it the Run It Up series because I can't think of a better name for it. And basically, the goal is to try to run up the $200 bankroll that I put in to $500. We took a big hit last night. It happens, but we're still alive. We're still fighting. And as long as there's a chip in a chair, we can get there. We can get there. Okay. King, King, 3 deuce, double suited. Very interesting hand. There's no ace, unfortunately, but this hand has a lot of possibility. So, you're going to want to see a flop with this hand. flop was not super great, and we have none of our flush colors here. Just not what we wanted to see. How did I get some of that? Oh, our 2-3 made a low. Okay, I was looking at that previous hand, and our deuce tray made the low, even though it got duplicated. So we'll take it. Well, I think we'll just record a little bit while longer. I don't want this to go forever. Yeah, we'll play a little longer on stream. Queen 10-4 comes right out and bets it. I want to see a turn. Let's see a turn. Good turn. Gives us a nut low draw, so we'll keep playing it. And we totally miss. We got a pair of tens, not good enough. We're gonna fold. I think he had a queen something. 10-5-3 deuce. I think that's worthy of a flop because of the 2-3-5. Can make some hands in this game, just not on this flop. Yeah, fold it. Jack 9-9-8. Interesting hand in PLO, but PLO8 not so great. We hit a set, but look, there's a straight, there's a flush. All right, we still take it down. Ace Jack 9-7. Once again, it's a PLO hand, not a PLO8 hand, but we'll see a flop. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we'll toss it. All right. By the way, in case you're all wondering, I'm smoking a cigar from Farm Rolled from Pravada Cigar Club. It's another club I belong to. Sends monthly shipments, and that's really the way to go if you want to smoke premium, good cigars without paying a huge price. You get discounted prices, like I'm talking $20 cigars, $30 cigars for like $6-7. The only way to do it is to subscribe to clubs, which is Superdan's trick when it comes to this habit. And it's not bad. All right, Ace Jack 6-3. We got the Ace Jack 6 suited. Definitely playable. I like that flop, even though there's clubs. He just lays it down because he probably doesn't have any clubs. So Ace Jack 6-3, another playable hand. Ace Jack is suited. We're going to see a flop for sure. For sure, even though Solarman put in a pot bet. Alright, we don't have hearts, but man. We have nada. Nada. He had a better nada. I wasn't going to make a bluff there. Not against Solar Man. Not against Solar Man. Ooh, Solar Man. Solar Man. Ooh, Solar Man. Do you know is Neil Diamond still alive? I don't know. I think he's still alive. Obviously, he's out of the public limelight, but we got action here. We got action. Nice. Harry doubles up. Good hand. Good hand, Harry. We flop middle pair, which is meaningless. We got a straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a flush, backup flush draw, and a backup low. So that's why I bet that, and we take it down. We take it down. We take it down. So I do appreciate y'all watching. If you like these videos, please click the thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, yada yada. You know the drill. I did order. Oh, I wanted to mention this. I did order a mic because I'm not thrilled about the audio here. So I'm going to get a mic. It's coming. Hopefully it'll come before I might go to 0 on this bankroll. So hopefully that mic will come soon. But we'll see. You know, I mean, this is a fluid affair here. You never know what's going to happen. Good hand for PLO8. We are definitely going to play this. It can scoop. This hand has scooping possibilities. Plus, it helps with duplication because we don't just have the ace deuce. We got the ace deuce 3. That's big. If we could get the right flop, could be a monster. That's not bad. We got an 8. We got a nut flush draw. Pretty good flop, and you know I'm going to be playing Harry here. I want more people in actually, so I'm just going to call. I don't think Harry's going to be happy here unless he has pocket 9s or 8-9. Yeah, Harry got us. No, that's a bummer. Ah, Harry. He got us. See? I mean, you can flop the world and still get killed in this game. It happens. Good hand, Harry. He hit that queen. He hit that queen with his 8. Really unfortunate for us. That could have been a big hand for us, and Harry took it away. Not nice, Harry. Not nice. So now we find ourselves grinding again. We were up to 150, now we're at 88. Welcome to PLO8, people. That was a great flop, though. I mean, I would, I wouldn't fold for a thing on that flop. It's just unfortunate that Harry got the better of us. All right, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play one more round, and then I'll stop the recording. This doesn't have to be all day, so, and you'll see how I do. I'll post the results like Superdan always does, positive or negative. We'll play one more round of the on recording. So, okay, Ace Queen 10-4 double suited, another very strong hand. Very strong hand. And no action. No action. Okay, Zipga joins the party. By the way, I was really fortunate that Harry was short stacked, by the way. Oh, man. I don't have a low, but I certainly have the high. With this flush. I'm sure this flush is good. Yeah. We would have took half the pot. So that was fortunate that Harry was short stacked on that hand. Queen, Queen, 9 deuce. Not great, but once again we got that possibility with the queens. If we could flop a queen, we did not, but we got 9 deuce. Still not terrific. See, so now we caught ourselves in a situation where do we play to try to get the high? We're not going to get the low. We have no low. So now we find ourselves fighting for half the pot. That's the problem. Those are the problems that you're going to encounter as you play this crazy game. Wow. Okay, Ace, Queen, Jack, Deuce. Definitely playable. Probably playable for a raise. Let's raise it. If he doesn't have a 10, we could probably take it down. He probably has a 10, but we have a nut straight now. If he didn't boat up, we can take this down. Yep. Okay. All right. So we get a little bit of back. We're almost at starting stack again. The pair. When he called that was scary because usually when they call with the paired board, it means they got it. But fortunately for us, Solarman just had a flush draw, and he didn't make it. But I would have recognized that. I wouldn't have lost too much more there. You know, I played this game enough to know this stuff. So all right. So when the big blind gets to me, we're gonna stop this recording. I do appreciate y'all watching. I really do. And please subscribe. Click the thumbs up. Let's see if we could build this channel again. All right, interesting. 5, 6, 7, 8. We got a flush with a open-ended straight draw. The flush is not too impressive. The straight is not too impressive. We do hit the flush, and we have a low, but both are Both things are not that impressive. That's the problem. Four diamonds would be terrific. Three, four. Now our low is duplicated. If Harry makes a big bet, I'm probably just gonna toss it. Yeah. Because I bet you Harry's got the diamonds. Yep, he's got a better diamond, which I knew. Had that feeling in my gut. All right, so this is you know what? Let's do one more round. So one more round of the button, and then we'll call it. All right. So we'll do one more round with the button. We're at 90. We bought in for 100. At one point, we were up to 150. Of course, we took that beat with Harry. Unfortunately, but fortunately, Harry did not have a lot of chips. Because I would have gone all the way with that hand. We flopped the trips with a nut flush draw. I mean, we had it all except we didn't have the boat. Unfortunately, so. All right, deuce 3 9. Our low is now duplicated. We still have a low draw, but it's a really bad low draw. So we're not going to continue. 9 tray we would continue. That turn gave us a open ender. We would have missed. And it would have been an expensive miss. Ace 9 7 3 with the ace 9 7 suited. We'll raise it. Took it down. Double suited, not the most impressive low draw, but it is double suited. So we'll see a flop. Wrong color. Wrong color. Kind of strange betting from Zedka. I wonder what he had. Alright, I think that's going to do it. So, hey, thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next video. We'll see how Superdan ends up doing on this crazy PLO8 game. Cheers.